in the diabetic artery. So basically, the processes are similar, but just they're ramped up and accelerated. It's like they put gasoline on this fire that occurs. So, and that's one of the reasons, again, why the lifespan of a person with diabetes is shorter than a person who is not diabetic, because of this accelerated aging of, unfortunately, of their arteries, their blood vessels. Yes.
My wife has diabetes and high blood pressure.
Yes.
We eat the same meal at home. She takes her medication, I take mine. But we have the same meal at home.
How should we be doing it differently? Well, we like when people eat from one pot, right? Because one of the issues that sometimes happens when people are cooking separately and what have you, and then there's this concept of if there's a diabetic meal plan or diet. Well, guess what? What we ask of an individual to eat because they have diabetes is what all of us should be eating. That is what it should be, the normal meal plan. It's just that because they have this super accelerated condition, we're insisting that they try to adhere to what everybody should, but everybody should be eating the same way. Now, so hopefully, the preparer of the food, that might be you, might be her, might be somebody else, we'll all buy into that plate and what we spoke about before. But also you do have to be checked out because you have one risk factor, hypertension. She may have two risk factors, hypertension and diabetes. Both of you are high risk for disease, but because there's two factors, she'll be even higher risk. So both have to be checked out. Both should be getting almost the same lifestyle, also inclusive of meal planning, etc., and exercise. But also that you should make sure that you have your follow-up with your healthcare providers so they can check. They may send you down to the Heart Foundation to use some of their services for screening to ensure that you have absence of disease rather than presence of disease.
Any other questions? Could I invite Mr. Winston Barrett, our Vice Chairman, to come and give the vote of thanks?
Thank you very much, Debbie, our Executive Director, who has done such a wonderful job and continue to do such a wonderful job. I was always impressed when she shows us these sugar containers, because clearly, if we don't know before, it is frightening when we see these bags and so forth that she presents. So it's something to be mindful of. But let me first express our gratitude, of course, to our special guest speakers. I'd say Dr. Tammy Davidson, who is the Director of Chronic Diseases and Injuries Prevention at the Ministry of Health. Thank you very much for greetings and for being here with us. We know that there's a lot of collaboration work that is done between the Heart Foundation and the ministry, and we're certainly happy to have you and the support that you continue to give and to encourage the Heart Foundation. Thanks very much. Can we have a hand for her, please? Yes. And of course, our guest speaker, Professor Michael Boyne. We wish to thank you. We know you are also a friend of the Heart Foundation. We thank you for that comprehensive and very graphic presentation. A bit frightening at times, but I'm sure it's clear that message is brought out to us. And we would just like to really give you a special hand of applause for that. Yes. Wow, we had a presentation from these youngsters. They're still here. The Shortwood practicing primary and junior high school. Very clear message. Give them a big hand for it. Yes. Certainly one of the areas I'd like to emphasize, which Debbie mentioned, is the fact that we do screening. And the question was asked as to how do we get the information out. Next month, of course, is why we're here to talk about Heart Month. And we do spend a lot of time through the radios, through screening presentations at the Heart Foundation to let the public know as much as we can. But we also encourage as many members who are folks who are possible to join the Heart Foundation as members, because we have an opportunity for screening. And Professor, I think part of one of the things that, while we speak about the prevalence of it, is really screening. How soon can we get folks to start learning to be screened early enough? You're not sick, but you tend to say in Jamaica, when we're sick, we go to the doctors rather than having it screened. And we certainly would like to encourage as many persons as possible, and those who are here as well, to pass on that message of screening. That's what we do at the Heart Foundation, and we certainly would like to encourage it as much as possible. We, of course, Dr. Wilkes, you have heard, was supposed to be here also, but regrettably, someone actually broke in his car, and he lost his computer, couldn't make it this morning. But we certainly know that our heart is with him, and he certainly would have been happy to be here. There are a number of sponsors that I'd like to thank also. Crystal Spring Water, and you see all that water bottle at the back. They are supportive of the Heart Foundation as we go forward. Massey Distributors, Fidelity Motors Limited, Quaker, Global Health Advocacy Initiative, Lanher, Pascal Yogurt, Blue Diamond, Almond Milk, Fosco Oats, Boost, and Glucerna. We'd just like to thank them especially for the support and for being sponsors of this event. To add to what Debbie said, I'd like to also thank the media for being here and being so involved. Look forward to seeing much of you during the Heart Month and the involvement in getting that message out to Jamaica, more and more of the prevalence of heart disease and how we can work towards a better health. Exercise, you have heard, we are having a 5K. And yes, we should encourage you, not just from 5K, but other exercises. But happy to say I went out for my 5K this morning. So, but to encourage you, definitely that we would like to see a big turnout for the 5K run on February 3rd. And we'll ask you to pass on the messages. There are forms here. Before you go, get one, get several, encourage your friends to be involved. If there's a company that you'd like us to call, let us know before you go. We really would appreciate that. I'd just like to also thank the directors who are here. I think I've seen Dr. Wong and Susan Fox. Am I missing anyone? Happy to have you here. And to you, the audience, very happy that you are here. We are thankful that you've joined us today. Heart Month is a very busy month for us, and we want to see you involved as much as possible. Encourage your friends to come screening. There are a number of outside broadcasts that we'll be announcing, and folks can be involved in it as we go forward. So a big thanks again for being here. There's some refreshment after that you can join us with and participate in mingling a bit with everyone. Thank you very much once more, everyone, and happy to have had you at this special launch. Debbie, have I left out anything?
No. Thanks, Mr. Barrett. We'll just now... Thanks for coming, and we just want to show you the short video that we have running on social media and TV at the moment before you join us for refreshments.
Does this look familiar? There's the breakfast fruit drink, the long ride to work energizer, the mid-morning quencher and the sodas at dinner time. But that many sugary drinks a day add up to more than 50 teaspoons and could bring on obesity, which could increase the risk of type 2 diabetes, heart disease, and even some cancers. Are we drinking ourselves sick? 71% of Jamaicans support a tax on sugary drinks, help tackle obesity, and protect our children's future.